Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Golden Girl 7, and today I have for you the Sensory Theraplay box, and this is November's box. If you're not familiar, this is a sensory themed based box that is designed for children with sensory deficits, but it also benefits anybody. This is specifically based for kids 5 to 12, but they also just came out with a toddler box, and they have a teen and adult box. This one is $40.95 a month, and it should come to 5 to 8 items that will help with processing. It'll help with anxiety. It'll help with sensory stimulation. So if your kids maybe need help calming down, or need help taking deep breaths, or need a toy to kind of help them focus, these are the things that are usually within these boxes. They have a teen and adult box, which is $79, and that's more geared for anxiety-based perceptions. So if you are a person who, that you can't focus, you're constantly worried, you're constantly like shaking and stuff, these are more to help you to try to calm your body. They show a few for the adults where it's a lot of the squish balls, a lot of the hand rollers, just stuff to kind of give you that calmness. But it's also for adults with perception disorders too, that maybe need that harder input for their body, or need a tighter thing that they can grasp and pull apart to help them ground them back to the world. And then the toddler box, it looks like it's more mouth-based, so you got a lot of chewing stuff, you got a lot of stuff that makes a lot of a louder noise. So if you got a kid that maybe they're trying to figure out how to regulate sound and stuff, that's a good toys for them. And that one is $64. So this is, like I said before, November's box. I'm a little behind on filming, but let's go ahead and get into it. This is what it looks like. It comes with these foozles, and these, compared to my other boxes that I've unboxed, these are actually a lot firmer. So they provide a lot more crunch, and they provide a lot more sound sensory input, which I really enjoy them having in there for my kiddos. So you can even save the box, and just make it a sensory box for your kid to go in and just scrunch it up and maybe just kind of have that downtime. It says, the things that make me different are the things that make me me. From Winnie the Pooh. I love that. And then it shows you what's inside your November box. So we have 6 items this month, and then it gives you a very detailed list of how to use the items, how to implement them, and what they are, and it gives you, I believe, the retail value as well. So our first item is a pop tube. And I actually have pop tubes, but this one is animal based, which is really cute. So it's a giraffe. What you do is you pull it apart, and makes that popping sound, and then you push it back together. So it provides hand focus. It also provides audio sensory input, and it provides a weight. There's a little bit of a weight to it. So if your kid has a hard time seeing where they are in where their body is focused into the world, because a lot of our kiddos, it's hard for them to know. They'll sit too hard, or they won't sit at all. It's hard for them to focus on body awareness, and so that weight kind of provides them body awareness, which I like. And I think there is actually more than one pop tube in here. And this one, so you have a purple one and a green one, and this one's a little wiener dog. And then you can even be like, well, what kind of animal is it? So as a conversation starter too. Also. So those are that. And the retail values for the pop tubes are $3.99 each. So $8 right there. We have a big item. I'm going to get to that last. And going on that pop thing before, we have this. Let me take it out of the wrapper. Maybe. This is a popper, so you put it on and a surface and you push it down and it'll pop back up, and it makes a very loud noise, and it's also kind of silicone based. It's called the Glitter Poppin' Hopper, and it says it helps with eye-hand coordination and can also be used as a hand fidget. Flip the hopper in and out to snap and pop. Turning it inside and out gives a good workout for the small muscles of the hand and can encourage hand strengthening, valued at $1. Okay. Up next we have a Senso band, and it's a chewable armband. And I'll take it out of the packaging. So this is it out of the packaging, and you basically put it on your wrist or your child's wrist, and there's raised bumps there so that they can have that input. It's also for if you have a kid who chews, they can chew on it. But I'm going to read what it says because there's a disclaimer in here. It says a fidget you can wear, have fun stretching and opening the band and then putting it back on your wrist. So it gives that pressure input too on your wrist. Or run your fingers over the raised texture design for tactile sensory input. This tool also provides a safe outlet for oral motor needs and can be bitten or chewed. This band helps redirect biting on other objects such as pens or clothing and provides a safe alternative for children who need to chew. If you're this is the disclaimer. If your child does not seek oral sensory input and does not need to chew, please do not encourage them to do so. Every child has different sensory needs. If your child does not feel the need to chew, he or she can use the band simply as a hand fidget. So in other words, if your kid's not a chewer, don't show them how to chew. Don't tell them how to use it. Just show them the proper way. You can do this, you can do this. Or if you need that pressure input on your wrists, you could show them to do that too. But if you do have a chewer, I have a lot of kiddos that they chew here. You can then, kind of put it there, and then they can chew it there and not harm themselves, which is a great product for that. And there's no scent to it, and there's no taste to it either. So if you got a kiddo that's very sensitive to those things, be aware that this is something that does not have a strong scent or a taste. So, very good product. Our next ones are called Squish and Stretch Textured Twiddles. This is what they look like. Let me pull some out of the box. It says these noodles are fun to stretch and squeeze. Each one has a different texture to provide tactile sensory input for the fingers and hands. This type of fidget is perfect for children who need to keep their hands occupied. The combination of texture and stretchiness provide an outlet for excessive energy and can help calm and manage anxiety. Okay. And the retail value is $5.99. And the retail value, I don't think I told you that, for the chewer is $11.99. So chewy is $11.99. The bands are $5.99. And it does come, it's wrapped in plastic, but there's 3 of them. They're all kind of tangled together, and then they pull apart. I don't know if you can see, but they're kind of banded together with a plastic, so that's why it's hard for me to pull them apart right now. Here's the purple one, so that's got that texture to it, stretchy. You can pull it apart. You got a kiddo that does this, or you got a kiddo that does this. Helps keep their hands occupied, helps with that visual stimulation. You got one that's just smooth with the knobs at the end, and then you have one that's kind of lined, indented in there to provide a different kind of feeling too, again with the knobs at the end. So those are the noodles, and then I believe we have 2 more things. Put the box down. So this is a super mochi squashable. I'm going to take it out of the package. So this is what it looks like outside the package. Very cute, like a little bunny. It fell down. Like a little bunny. Got little bunny ears. Or no, it's a hippo. Silly me. I can see the snout now. It's a hippo. Kind of looked like a bunny, but now that I'm looking at it, it's a hippo. Super cute. It's got a sticky texture. If you've seen my previous sensory unboxing videos, I'm not a huge fan of sticky things. But you know, I can give it to one. I got a lot of kiddos that I work with, and I can give it to one of them. I'm sure they'll like it. So you kind of squeeze it. It doesn't have, like, some of the fidgets. I'll show you one. Okay, disclaimer, this did not come from the sensor box. This is one of my personal fidgets that I got at the store. But like this one, you can see it has like that pink or white goo in the middle, and you know, and if you push too hard, you can pop it. This one does not have that. It's just basically stretchy material. So if you're worried about your kid popping like one of these, because they're maybe a deep pressure seeker, this one will not do that. So it says, squeezing the soft little squishy can help relieve stress and be very calming and organizing. Uses a silent hand fidget by smushing and pinching between your fingers. Can help improve focus, attention during school-related activities, valued at $5. So you can even like do this, kind of like a fidget spinner. You can squish it, or you can sit there and like pull it apart if you need to. So it's a good fidget. Roll it in there. So that was our box for November. I really like the box. Oh, no, it's not. My bad. Got so focused. We have one more thing, and that is a board game, and this is Spottington. It says, gather around the busy village of Spottington, lay one central board down with the other 6 surrounding it, take turns slipping over a card and racing to locate what's on the card. Once you've found it, place your token on the character or item and call out Spottington. Whoever finds the most the quickest is now the mayor of Spottington. This game is wonderful for working on turn-taking, social skills, fine motor, and visual perceptual skills. As children search to identify the visual details in the village, their visual discrimination skills are being worked on. Valued at $21.99. And it even gives you a little tip on how to adapt it. Let's say your child is not as high on their socialization skills and they have a hard time waiting or taking turns. This is a good way to show you how to adapt it. So if your child needs some help locating what's on the card, narrow it down for him. Find the item or character first and then give a hint and point to the board their object is on, so they're only searching one board instead of all 7. So I like that it gives you that input too. It shows you how to adapt it to play the game. And there's other ways, you know, as a parent or a guardian or a teacher or a behavioral specialist, I'm sure there's other ways for you specifically to adapt for your specific student or child or client. So this is just kind of a broad thing. It's not specifically made for an individual child. So as a parent, as a teacher, as a guardian, as a therapist, you know your client, student, etc. So you know what you need to do to maybe adapt these tools, or maybe the tools that come in the box aren't what made for your student or child, and that's okay. Just be aware of that. So there might be things in the box that you're like, hey, so and so can't use this. I'm going to, you know, set it aside for someone else. It's not an include all sort of thing. So you guys, I really like this box. I think my favorite item is probably the noodles, but again, I like that tactile input, and they're not sticky, this is really sticky. I'm not a sticky person. What was your favorite item? If you get the box. What are your feelings on the box? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button down below to see more videos and more amazing unboxing content. And don't forget to like the video. And I hope to see you all really soon. Thank you.